Good evening, family and friends. It is your girl, Feminine Empress, and we are going to get started on today's reading. So, today's reading is going to be about the blood moon, lunar eclipse that we are to experience tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world. And I'm sure a lot of people are like feeling the intensity of the emotions, whether it's coming from yourself or whether it's being projected to you. So let's get down to the dirty work. And right now I'm just shuffling 5 cards. 5 cards for the blue moon. It's a lot of foes around. That's what the energy I'm getting right now from the cards. And there's a big group of people out there who either because something is not being forthcoming, they're not really listening to the sound of the alarm of change or moving forward. But we'll let the cards talk. 5 cards. Last 2 shuffles. Yeah, it's time to declutter, guys. Time to declutter. By the way, these are my spiritual cards. I love this deck. It's called the Oracles of the Mermaid. I really resonate with the culture or the history behind the Lemurian and the world of Atlantis. So if you're into that too, then you know why I like these cards. So I'm sorry, that was probably more than 2, but we're gonna stop right there. Cut the deck. Well, you know what? Overall, bottom line, I have at the bottom of this deck, I have the number 19 card, which is the Atlantis. And 19 reduces down to 10, reduces down to 1. And 1 is all about standing in your power and allowing manifestation to happen. Allow the manifestation to happen because those are the direct result of your constant focus on your thoughts. Having control of your thoughts. This is what is leading to rapid development in whatever it is that you're doing, or excellence and success in whatever it is you're doing. So the goal here is, like the picture shows, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. So yeah. All right, so we'll put that down and we'll pull the cards out one by one. A lot of reversals. Okay, so this first card is the Time and Tide. Now, of course, it says on the front, oceanic spells and rituals. So this is in, like I said, the Lemurians' way of thinking, which is a little bit more spiritual than how we are in the physical world. So this would be like my a lower scale of manipulation. That's what this card is. This card is someone who knows what they want. They are very aggressive in pursuing just that. And will go through whatever measures to get to that. However, they don't take into consideration what it is that they can bring in exchange for what it is they're wanting from another party. So that means that there is a great number of people out there experiencing this in some way, shape, or form. This could happen at work. This could happen in relationships, family relationships, sexual relationships, business, financial related, relationships, from partnerships and things of that nature. And this is in our number one position. And I'm so sorry. The number one position is what reactive patterns and what are the reactive patterns and the fears that are rising up from that need healing. So what that says is that this is what a group of people out there need to focus on. Somehow, some way, there has to be some sense of grounding for whatever parties that are taking on this energy of not understanding the importance of a fair exchange in all their dealings. Like, and if you look at the picture, there's the mermaid, and she should be closer to the water, but she's not. And it's like she's drawing a heart, so it's whatever it is. It's like it's something that she loves, but it's like there's a sense of stagnancy in the picture. Like, do I go over there towards the water? Like, I know that's where I should be. That's where my emotions are. That's where my emotions flow. But there's like a block just from looking at the picture. But yeah. So these are the fears that are rising right now. These are the reactive patterns that a lot of you guys are expressing yourself from in all situations. And this is what needs healing at the current moment during this blood moon lunar eclipse for July 27th. Dope. So let's get a clarifier for the time and tide card. So maybe I can get like a storyline so we can use it as an example for those who are tuning in who may not have felt the resonation in what I just said. So yeah, it's like a sense of despair for some reason. So that's the feeling I'm getting as I'm shuffling. Yeah. It's almost like, I don't know. It just feels like a fall from grace. Like some type of like, having the rug pulled from right under you. Like that's the feeling that I have while shuffling. So let's see. All right. Yeah, someone just doesn't feel like what they're currently working at is either home or their tribe or the right organization to be in business with. Like, I'm trying to make this as general as possible, but there's a overall undertone of feeling like that. And it appears, actually, you know what, let me get a clarifier for time and tide. Clarify for time and tide. Clarify for time and tide. Yeah. All right. Somebody lost some pentacles. Somebody lost some pentacles. Somebody lost their passions for a pursuit for pentacles. Someone was let go from an organization that were working towards building towards a pursuit of pentacles. There was like a sense of, like I said earlier, a fall from grace. Like perhaps maybe someone has like, I don't like to use that word. So instead of using what I was going to say, I'm going to say like addictions, like a sense of bondage, something that was keeping them from being genuine in whatever their approach was. And as a result, it led to a fall from grace, from whatever it is that they were initially accustomed to. Yeah, so we won't spend too much time on clarifiers, but that was an example to go along with the give and exchange. It's okay to want to pursue whatever it is that you want, but you have to be willing to equally bring whatever it is you're desiring to that counterpart, whether this is in relationships, home, out, business, etc. I don't want to repeat myself too many times. Well, let's just move right along to our second position. And card number 2 is going to be the Sun card. And this Sun card is like where our true self-expression comes from. All right, so the card that fell in that position was the Sanctuary card. And this is, when it's upright, we got it in reverse. Okay, for the collective, we got it in reverse. But upright, there is a sense of privacy, a respect of boundaries. There's a respect of taboos, whatever that may be for that person. There's no violation of a person's space with it upright. But as a collective, we've gotten it in the reverse. So this is what we're experiencing overall. Whether this is work, whether this is personal, again, whether this is at home, this could be family, friends, lovers, it doesn't matter. There's a mass amount of people out there who are dealing with a sense of not having the space to become one with themselves. They aren't allowing, but the problem is that the person, the people, you guys, the people that are tuning in right now, aren't setting the boundaries. That's all that needs to happen here. There's a sense of needing to set boundaries with a work associate, with a lover, with a family member, with whomever it is that's trying to occupy your time, and not you occupying or deciding when that time is disposable for you, if that makes sense. Like, you're not able, it's a feeling of being pulled in so many different ways, but not at your own accord. Like, this isn't what you want to do. So there's a sense of discord that's being created as a result of this lack of personal space and non-privacy. And as individuals, like, we're all on separate journeys. So growing alone in your own personal space, like isolation, is necessary for that to even to that way we can tap into who we are. This is how our manifestations come about. We can join hands as much as we want, but there has to be a sense of personal power that comes from each individual in the group in order for, or the partnership or the lover relationship, in order for things to move forward. So y'all need to give these people their space, guys. All right, so yeah, that's our Sun card. I do want to do a clarifier, so let me go to my other deck. And by the way, the second deck I'm using is the Gilded Tarot deck by Cicero Marchetti. But ooh, that card wanted to come out. I take that. Yeah, like this card keeps coming up the bottom of the deck every time I shuffle this deck. So yeah, like, there's a sense of just like not feeling like this is your tribe. This doesn't feel like your organization. This doesn't feel like home. Things are just moving entirely too slow, and it's there's no sense of contentment. I don't get a sense of like fulfillment. I'm sorry, that's the word I needed. There's no sense of fulfillment, and somebody is just, or a group of them, there's a mass amount of you guys out there who are at a point where you're just willing to walk away from what feels like despair and loss and spilled cups. You know, like, you realize that, okay, initially I had 5, because the card that we got was the 5 of Cups in reverse. I'm sorry. So if you look at that card, it's like you guys feel like, okay, 3 of them fell over. All right, I've been sitting around here moping about this long enough. I really wanted this to happen. I wanted this business. I just knew this was it. I put my all into it. That's what some of you guys are saying out there. Oh, I put my all into this relationship and I just knew that it was going to turn out the way that I wanted it to. That's what some of you guys are saying out there. But then this is the energy that's coming right now from this lack of privacy. It's like, you know what? We're just going to take this loss and move forward because it's not feeling like home. Yeah, like, and there could have been a sense of, because when I just looked over to the left of the deck and I see the High Priestess card sticking out, and the High Priestess card is the card of like secrets coming to light, the truth of the matter, the moon coming to the surface. Like in my mermaid deck, there's a card called Farewell to the Moon, and the Farewell to the Moon card is just like sitting in it, knowing that you need to learn a lesson from whatever it is that the moon is putting in your face, you know. And if we know a little bit about astrology, the moon is a portal. It's a transmission of energy. All right, so the High Priestess card is just showing us that maybe there were some secrets that came out. So it's like, maybe that's why a person is willing to take that loss, and they just looking at the other two cups like, hey, you know, I still got this part of what's left of what I've just invested all my time into. I can't sit in this discord. I have to move forward. This is self-expression. This is where somebody is standing. This is the energy that somebody's standing there right now. And yeah, I almost get this feeling like they needed to be at this point though. Like, this is like the end of a journey, the end of a time zone, the end of an era for themselves, to where they have devalued their own growth. And so now they're at a point where they're just not willing to do that to themselves anymore. They now they realize their worth, and they are fully embodied in being independent in that regard. That's the energy I get from this number 2 card. Dopeness. Okay, so in the 3rd position, we have the Freedom card. And it's in reverse again. I told y'all we got a lot of reversals here. But yeah, so the Freedom card, by the way, is the number 7 card. And number 7, to me, when I see the number 7, this is my card of dig deeper. Like, whatever this is, even though it feels uncomfortable, there's a blessing in this lesson. So take the time to get to the bottom line of what it is that the universe is wanting you to learn in this moment. And that's necessary for growth. So I like the number 7, but we got this in reverse. So that means there is a group of you guys that are tuning in right now who do not see yourself as an individual. There's a group of you guys who feel like you need to be a part of the group, or you need to be a part of the organization, or you need to be partnered up with somebody in order to bring something to fruition. Or if this is relationships, or if this is love, then you feel like that you need to be with somebody to be happy. Like, that's what this Freedom card is in reverse. And this can apply to both men and women, even though we see this woman. But you see what she got on her chest. Like, it's like living in the pleasure of our wants and not necessarily our needs. So because we're not paying attention to what we need, there's a sense of no freedom. You're not even free in your own mind to be you. And it's like a sense of, I don't trust myself to be myself. So I want to just blend in with the group, with the organization or the project to make this happen. But I would just ask myself one question, like, okay, well, who am I? Who am I at the end of the day? Who am I? And whatever the answer is, whatever your answer is to that question, like, that's who you be. Like, yeah, it's cool. Like, associate yourself to as many organizations or business opportunities as you would like. But the same day, don't ever lose yourself. Don't lose yourself in the sauce. You know what I mean? You still want to be independent, self-determined to do whatever it is that you want to do. Yeah. But there's a sense of not having this self-determination. There's a sense of wanting to rely on others to get whatever you are wanting or wanting to go. Yeah, that's the energy I got. And of course, we're going to do a clarify for that, just like we did all the other ones. Okay, a clarify for the freedom card. One card. Clarify for the freedom card. Freedom card. Clarify for the freedom card. Freedom card. These two keep wanting to come out, so I'm going to have to take them. All right, so we got the Sun in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse. So my King of Cups in reverse is like a manipulator when it comes to emotions. They are good at putting on a facade of care. Like, I care, I'm in your corner, I'm there for you, you know, we could do this. Teamwork makes the dream work. Like, that's what the King of Cups in reverse is. Like, he knows how to manipulate emotions to get what it is that he is wanting. But there's a sense of not being successful with that, with the Sun being in reverse. And there's almost this feeling, and then this goes right back to the freedom card too. There's this feeling of just like not being able, or feeling like they can't move on, you know, like not wanting to get into calmer waters. Like, they're okay in the chaos. Like, they'll make this okay for the sake of their egotistic desires, meaning this feeling of only for self. Like, they're only thinking about self in this moment, and that's where their pursuit is coming from. And because that Ace of Pentacles is where we started from, I'm going to say that this is closely tied into like money, stability, you know, structure, growth. And even though somebody's not really all that satisfied with where things are, at the same time, they don't have the determination to move forward and to go get that. So we got to work on that. And again, this is, I'm sorry, I don't know if I said this, but this third position is our moon card. You know, number 2 is the Sun, number 3 is now our moon card. And this is the emotions mostly that are closely connected to this lunar eclipse. This sense of finding the self-determination to get what it is that you want without feeling like you need to be associated to something to go get that, whatever that may be. I like that. Yeah. So the next card is going to be our number 4 card. We're almost done here. Number 4 is how your reactivity, because remember, this is what the moon does. The moon is with the transmission of energy. It plays a part on how we react, on how our souls react, on how our physical bodies react in response to the emotion that's being transmitted in that given time, right? So remember, we just came from the number 3 card of needing to be self-determined to go get what it is that we want. So now we're going to focus on how your reactivity has been blocking your self-expression in doing just that. And the card that we got in this area is the receptivity card. This goes back to the number 1 card, give and take, exchanging, give and take. And upright. This card is great. Upright, it's allowing yourself to receive, allowing yourself to give. You know, you trust. There's a sense of trusting the universe, that the universe has brought, you know, whatever it is that you need to move forward. Accepting the gift, knowing that you have put in the work necessary to receive this gift. So there's even exchange. That's what it is, upright. But again, we got reversals, so this card is in reverse. So there is this feeling of someone's not allowing themselves to receive, somebody's not allowing themselves to give. They don't trust what the universe has brought to them. This is like the 4 Cups card in reverse. Like, it's like the universe is bringing you exactly what you're asking for, but you blocking that for some reason. And let's see what that's about. That's the number 3 card. Number 3 card is and number 3 for me is like the guide. Like, you know what to do. Like, when I see number 3, whether it's like 33, or if I see 333, to me, it's just like, you already know what to do. Like, your inner soul already knows what to do. Don't deny it. You're already feeling the answer. Like, but we allow our flesh, the things that we know we desire, not the things that we need, to kind of take front seat. And I mean, this is human nature though, which is why we have these spiritual readings, so that we can get back in alignment with who we truly are. Like, ain't nobody perfect. We're doing this as a group. So the receptivity card I want to read from the book. This one, I'm not going to just go based off of my own understanding. So this card says, feeling cautious, eerie, dubious about the sincerity of an offer. Feeling it is safer to ask for nothing and to accept nothing from others. As if you have been hurt with some who have portrayed your beautiful open heart in the past. Feeling like there is always a catch, literally a kind of energetic hook that can tear and hurt, and payback can come at any time. Rather than experiencing the anxiety of waiting for the strings to be pulled and the cord to be tightened, you wish to be free. But this is not true freedom. For there is someone who is to be trusted, and the universe may now be operating through them. It is wise for you to have learned from your experiences, but it is unwise to expect that everything has been offered to you is not to be trusted. At this time, tune into the energy of the offering itself, and you may learn that at this time, it would be worth opening up to the possibilities that it is now safe to receive. For this is the message of the magical waters. Their healing power is their healing power is to know that this time it is safe for you to open up and let someone or something in. See? So it pretty much matched what I said. Someone's not trusting the universe. They're not trusting what the universe has brought to them. Let's get a clarifier. Can you clarify for the receptivity card in reverse? One card, please, for the receptivity card in reverse. One card for the receptivity card in reverse, please. One card. Receptivity card in reverse. Somebody got options. Somebody has truly taken the time to go inward, or someone needs to take the time to go inward. But they're being blocked in doing so because they have options. There's a lot of wishful thinking going on, a lot of daydreaming going on. I want another clarifier. Was at the bottom of the deck was the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is like my harmony card. Like, this is someone who, that's why I mentioned like going inward. Someone who, upright means that someone has gone inward to make the more sound decisions for themselves. And this was the overall energy to the 7 of Cups. And the 7 of Cups is like, man, I got money options over here. I got female options over there. I got this lined up over here, so I can do this if I want to. I got options. So I'm all in my head, trying to figure out if I'm coming or going. So maybe there's a sense of harmony that's needed, but it's not in reverse. So let's see. Can we get another clarifier for 7 of Cups? One card, 7 of Cups upright. Okay. I got the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. So upright, this is going with the flow, managing time really well, being able to be adaptable. There's a sense of balance. However, with it in reverse, things are just like in disarray. Things are just kind of chaotic. Ain't no going with the flow. Nobody's managing their time correctly. So there's a group of people that's tuning in right now that's not managing their time correctly, and therefore there's no even give. There's no even give and take. And here's that 4 of Swords card. Someone is coming out of rest though, from perhaps the disarray. Let's see. You get one more clarifier. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. So someone is just not willing to give. Like they used, and it's almost, I even got this feeling like they used to have this strong belief about doing so, but there's just like this feeling of like there's this feeling of like having clarity in something, and having the light being shined on something, and using sharp thinking in their decision making, and realizing like, hey, you know, whatever this was that we had, this business idea, this relationship, this bond, whatever it is, the polars aren't being balanced. So therefore, it's hard to move forward. So now my clarifying card was the World card. So that's somebody taking the trip. That's somebody deciding that they're moving forward. That's somebody who has decided that everything that could have been done to help the situation has been exerted, all of those actions, and I'm now just moving forward. And this person, the energy I got right now, it's like hasty. Like, it's like, I'm determined. I'm determined to do this right now, and I am moving forward. And I think it's because of the energy. This is the reaction that's coming from the fact that, I mean, you always wanted freedom in the first place. But you really wasn't falling in tune or getting in tune with the self-determination that was needed to do whatever it is that you were desiring in that moment. And now that things aren't going as you initially desired, you're now decided to take that trip to move forward. And you're doing this with determination. Like, you're determined. That's the energy I got now that we're into our reacting area. Like, that's the reaction that you're giving right now. Like, I'm doing me. The moon is behind me. The lies is behind me. And I'm making the decision. I'm tipping forward towards that. And I'm doing, and yeah, that's the energy. Like, action oriented, like moving forward, like knowing this is needed. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. All right, guys, so we are at 3%. So I got to make this last card as fast as possible. And of course, we would get this disturbance of fire trucks, but hopefully you guys hear me well. Apparently, we got some bad spirits that don't want this information to get out, because now we at the solution part, and you know how I feel about solutions. That's the whole point of a reading, so we can get to the outcome. So let's get to that outcome. The last card we have here is what releasing. That's number 5. This is what releasing this block will achieve. Okay? So releasing the block of not giving people their privacy, or not setting your own boundaries, or having or respecting other people's boundaries, and becoming self-determined. Like, how do we release the blocks so that we can achieve what it is we want to achieve? And we got my favorite card, which is the Beauty card. The Beauty card, and it's upright. The only card that we've had upright since our first card. And this is grace, loveliness, integrity of form and spirit. Okay? So this person is a person who knows themselves. They know their power. This is the boss. This is the empress in the original tarot, and the traditional tarot. And she is the embodiment of all the queens when she knows herself. So for the collective to break the bonds that are blocking them for getting the things that they want to achieve, they must first tap into who they are. And in order to tap in who they are, they have to turn off their minds from the opinions of the outside world. Whether that's friends, family, foes, haters, bipartisan. I mean, it doesn't matter. If it's not your own personal thoughts, and that's what you have to realize. You have to figure out if the thoughts that are going through your head, are they your own, or are they the thoughts that you've heard over your time in whatever it is that you were pursuing? So if this is your career, maybe you've heard the same thing over and over and over and over again, and it's getting to a point where you're starting to believe it. Stop. You have to understand that you are a boss, and it's not until you realize who you are that other people will respect you for who you are, period. This can be applied to relationships in the same regard. It can be applied to work situations, family situations. And again, these cards fall in line with each other. Everything has come down to knowing thyself, knowing thy power. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So I want to get a clarifier. Can we get a clarifier for the beauty card? Clarifier for the beauty card. Really quick before the phone dies. Too many cards. One card for the beauty card, please. One card for the beauty card. I'll take this one. What'd I say? She got the mind of all the queens of the traditional tarot. We got the magician. He has everything. He got his pentacles. He got his thoughts in order. He got his action plan in order. He got his love, his heart chakra. You see where it's at? It's over his neck, right there in front of the heart plate, and ready to go. Like this is what you getting over them blocks would do. You just letting go of the idea that it's okay to disrespect the boundaries set by others. That to get over the fact that you are amazing. You are this beauty card, whether you're a male or female, that you are the magician. You have all the tools to get what it is that you're wanting, and you don't need nobody for it. You don't need nobody. All you got to do is boss up, and take over. Okay? You can do it. And that's how you're going to break the blockages that have been getting in the way of what you're trying to achieve. And guess what? Don't forget. At the bottom of this deck, we got the Atlantis card. So whatever this is that you're working up on, as soon as you recognize who you are, boom. Rapid development, rapid success. And by the way, when I first shuffled this card, the bottom of the deck was the Sun card upright. So the Sun card upright is the truth shining on the situation. You getting what you are, what you deserve, your rewards, your accolades. You are the star. And don't forget the star. I don't know if I mentioned that one of the clarifiers here was the star card. You are the boss. You are the boss in this situation. And that's all you need to know. And as soon as you recognize that, everything else around you will bend. Because that's just how this universe is set up. You got to know who you are first, though. Or you'll never get what it is that you want. Period. So I love y'all. It's Feminine Empress. We probably at 1%. While I'm talking, I want to say this video after all this hard work. So I appreciate y'all staying tuned with me. Tune into my podcast, Feminine Empress. You can find that in your iTunes, Apple Store, Spotify, wherever you are. Just put it in your Google. It's gonna come up one of the first 3 posts. You click any of that, you can get in tune with all my readings. And don't forget to stay in tune and subscribe, like, share on my Facebook and on my YouTube page. This is where your visuals are. So please like, share to your followers on your Facebook and your Instagram so they can get in tune with Feminine Empress. We are trying to build as a collective, and I love y'all. We are one. Peace.